Hey guys, so today we are actually going to be doing a PC part picker list video, and we're going to be explaining some like budget PC builds, how to pick the right parts if you do want to build your PC, and we're going to be doing all kinds of budgets from 800 to 1.5k. So let's just jump right into it. First, we have this system builder. From the PC part picker. You can just search up PC part picker and go to the system builder if you want to build your own. And this is the $800 one, so total came out to $764.92 US dollars. First, for the CPU, we chose an AMD Ryzen 5 2600. It's 3.4 gigahertz and 6 cores. It's a pretty solid budget processor, and it's pretty good for its price. And it actually does come with the CPU cooler like most Ryzen processors do, so you'll be saving a lot of money on that. Also, right here we have a B450 Aorus Elite motherboard. It's ATX, so ATX is like for easiest way to build a PC, easiest form factor, especially if it's your first time. And it's what a lot of the cases are. It's AM4, so it'll support this processor. And yeah, down here we have G.Skill Ripjaws, 16 gigabytes. They're really known to be like the best budget RAM. And by the way, we're just going for like pure performance, not any aesthetics. If you want to, you might want to raise your budget, or as you'll see, like there will be some clearing space and some other options in the expensive builds. So you might want, if you want to, you can add RGB. They are 3600, so they will be a perfect fit for your AMD processor. And it's CL16, so it will be plenty, and it will be super fast. So yeah. Also, if you are coming from a pre-built, we put in a Crucial P1 1TB M.2 SSD, and this will just make your PC run so much faster. It will literally, if you do have a pre-built, most pre-builts don't have SSDs unless they're like pretty good ones. But if they're just like cheap, like less than 800 or 700, they will not have an SSD, and it'll just feel so much better, and it'll feel so much faster. Just have an SSD, and with that RAM, your PC will boot up and Windows will boot up in like a matter of seconds. Maybe even when you click on the button to boot your PC, it'll literally load. Also right here, we have a 1650 Super from NVIDIA, 4 gigabyte, tough gaming, and it's the overclockable version, so it has good overclockable speeds. So if you do want to overclock it, you will get some good performance out of it. And it comes out to $169, which plus like the $4, so $173, which is an amazing price. And it'll give you pretty decent frames. It can, I'm guessing in like games like Fortnite and stuff, it will give you 120, maybe 144, this whole thing. If you're probably like 120, but if you don't need all of that stuff and you're only like doing like casual gaming on 60 Hz, then you don't need all of this stuff. Then we come down to the case. It's a Phanteks Eclipse P300A mesh, so the whole front panel is mesh, so you will have amazing cooling for your whole system. I think it comes with 1 or 2 fans, I'm not sure. If you want to, with the remaining money, you could buy some extra fans. It would help with your cooling, but that's up to you. It's an ATX mid tower, so it will match with our motherboard up here. And yeah, it comes out to $59.99, which is not a bad price at all. Then down here, we have a 650 watt MWE Gold from Cooler Master, and it's 80 plus gold certified, which means it is amazing. It's $100, which might be a little expensive for a budget PC, but it's amazing. Because if you do want to upgrade down the line, it'll just be amazing. Also, it will power and it'll be able to handle the other things. Like pre-builds have like 350 watt or 450 watt, and this will just be a huge upgrade. It's also gold certified, so that is one of like the better ones you want to get. So moving on, we have the 1000 budget one. It is 1002. I don't know if that will affect you if you're like super, but I think you might be able to squeeze in $2. You probably will. And the prices may lower, so I don't know. But starting off, we have a Ryzen 5 3600X, an amazing budget processor, one of the best. Even in non-budget builds, it's still an amazing processor. It's good at streaming, it's amazing at gaming, and yeah, it's just pretty much good at anything and everything. I mean, if you do want to squeeze a little bit money in, there you could get the 3600X, which would 3700X. I mean, which would cost $100 more. If you 200. If you want to really get into streaming, like hardcore streaming, but if this will do the job for the start and stuff. We have the same motherboard from the first build, Aorus Elite. Same memory. As I said, it's going to be super fast. Same 1 terabyte, which will be super fast. And this is the main change here, the graphics card. We're going from a 1650 Super to a 5700 XT. This goes up there with the 2070 Super and all of that stuff. So you will be getting like 240 frames plus. So yeah. Then we have the same case and same power supply. As I said, power supply is super powerful, and the case will just have amazing airflow. Moving on to the third build, we have a Ryzen 7 3700X. If you want to, and save a little money, you could go to the 3600X, but then I would just go with the 3600 because there's not really a difference between the X version and non. But this is an amazing processor. If you do want to go into streaming, amazing. It can handle streaming easily. 8 cores, 3.6 gigahertz. Just an amazing processor. Also comes with the cooler to save money. We have an X570 Plus from Asus TUF series right here. It's $189.99, and it has Wi-Fi, so that will come in handy. Maybe if you don't use like an Ethernet will help get better internet speeds, but also Wi-Fi will also help. It's just handy to have in a motherboard. Also, the same memory, as I said, 3600X, one of the fastest memory speeds you can get. Now they're obviously coming out with the new speeds, but it is just so great for the price of only $75.99. Same 1 terabyte. I'm guessing you won't really need more than 1 terabyte. If you do, I mean, we have $50 worth of like budget here, so you can add like a 500 gig SSD or like a 2 terabyte one from Seagate Barracuda, which is $50 if you really want that extra storage, but this will just help your PC boot up in no time. Same thing, we have a 5700 XT, it's a little more expensive, but it is from XFX, which is one of the better known brands, and especially in Radeon cards and AMD cards, even though they're the same thing. Down here, we have the Lianli LanCool case. It is amazing. It has good airflow, and if you want to have a little bit of aesthetics, it does have those light strips in the front. If you want to, you can invest in some like LED fans if you really want to. But yeah, if I mentioned, the cooler in this is also RGB, so it will also add a little bling to your setup. And yeah, it just has those super, it's like light strips in the front. It's so easy to work with if you're just starting out. And yeah, down here we have the 650 watt power supply, 80 plus gold. It will just, well, if you want to upgrade in the future, it's good. And I always suggest 650 watt 80 plus gold certified power supplies, unless you're going with like a completely overkill build. Then you might need like a 750 watt, but if it is overkill, you might get like a 1000 watt, which is not needed unless you're running like two 2080 Ti's. But yeah, this right here, 650 watt will always be enough for you, most likely. So yeah. Then moving on to our most expensive build. We're starting off with an Intel Core i7 9700K. This is currently what I have in my PC. At my local Micro Center, which you can go check them out, because they always have great deals, and the people there are always just helping you. So yeah, I found a deal on this for like $250. So I got it instead of the 36700X, which you can also get because I know some people might jump on me for not putting the 3700X here. You can still get that, or you can get the 3800X. But this Intel, it some people trust it more, and it just does. It is just the better brand. AMD has an amazing budget, but Intel's performance always comes on top. And I mean, Intel does like it has better performance, and I was finding the Intel for the same price as the AMD, and I was like, why not choose better performance? They're the same price, so I just picked that up. So definitely, if you want to get this processor, check your local Micro Center. That's where I got all the parts for my current PC. So yeah, we have the Cooler Master Hyper 212 Black Edition right here, which will be really amazing. It is just all around an amazing cooler for only $35. It will do the job. You don't need an AIO, but if you do one, you could just use a 5700 XT instead of this and maybe squeeze in an AIO, but this will do the job just perfectly. Here we have another Wi-Fi board, ATX, but this time it's a Z390, and it'll just do the job. Again, Wi-Fi is an amazing thing to have. And then we have our G-Skill Ripjaws. If you notice, I've been using this RAM for like the whole video. All of the PC builds have this because I just said like it's an amazing like budget RAM. It's the best you can get definitely for its price, and I would just recommend this if you don't care about RGB. If you do care about RGB, definitely go for the Trident Z or the Corsair. So yeah. Then we have the Crucial P1 1TB. Again, we'll boot up your PC in seconds. 2070 Super. Now, I chose this over the 5700 XT because at this price point of 1.5K, you'll probably want some of those cool features since you're paying so much. You want some of those extra features. So the 2070 Super will have ray tracing. So I know a lot of people like to play Minecraft. Ray tracing will just change the game completely. Also in like Rise of the Tomb Raider or whatever that game's called, I forget. Ray tracing does look nice. And it's a benefit that you can choose to have or not. It's just amazing to have though, especially with like all the games including ray tracing now. And it has 3 fans which will add for better cooling. and NVIDIA is kind of the better brand for GPUs. So at this price range, I think you should be going for them. We have the Lianli Land Cool again and the Cooler Master MWE Gold, but this time it's a 750 watt. Since we are getting the more like heavier things like 9700K and 2070 Super, you don't need this. But also, if you want to upgrade this to like a 2080 Super or 2080 Ti, or if you want to upgrade this to an i9, even if you want to get an AIO, which you might be getting in the future, you definitely will want the 750 watt for those upgrades in the future. So yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Again, there's our $800 build, our $1,000 build, our $1,300 build, and our $1,500 build. All the basic price points. I mean, you can always customize them if you want. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed, and see you in the next one.